Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Guys, holy crap. It's funny. I got I got a message from somebody who said we need t-shirts for Jay that say holy crap on the front and Mega J Retro on the back. I think that's not a bad idea. We're definitely going to try and figure something out. There are a whole bunch of guys who do print on demand companies that do things like that. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments, tell me in the chat in the comment section below. What do you guys think of holy crap as a as a a t-shirt? I think that would be kind of fun. Something for everybody. My mic is like acting weird right now. But yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. Of course, my name is Mega J Retro. Guys, this is crazy. This is the week of Toyz, man. This is the month of Toyz. This is the year of Toyz. And a lot of us have been concerned. A lot of us have been worried that action figures are on the decline. That's not true. A lot of us have been worried that so many things have been happening lately with action figures and what's going on, the uncertainty that revolves around manufacturing and all those types of things. We've tried multiple times to get answers from different people, different sources, and the question has come up multiple times: who do you trust? Who has the right information? At this point, it really is one of those things where we just have to, go where the wind takes us. And we've been getting tons of help from different people. One of those groups, and of course, content creators that have been helping out the most, especially the last couple of weeks, has been our good friends over at Toy Habits, and I want to introduce them today because they're going to help me navigate this crazy time that we live that we're finding ourselves in. Guys, let me bring them in, but first of all, as always, check this out, everybody.
And before we dive into the news,
don't forget to head over to toyhabits.com for all the latest news and reviews when they drop. Tell them that Jay sent you. Guys, please help me to welcome Toy Habits, Toy Sorceress. Toy Sorceress, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jay. How are you?
Awesome. That intro is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I didn't know that Michael's brother wrote that. That's
Neither
so cool.
did I. I had no idea that Michael even had a brother. I'm just
well,
kidding.
I knew that, and I knew he was a musician, and I was always wondering. Yeah, I'm like, where did he get that catchy tune?
Awesome stuff. So welcome to the stream as always, Toy Sorceress. Wow, what a week! And you know what? I just noticed somebody in the chat who we definitely have to acknowledge. Let me see if I can find them again. And you know what? If they're happy to come on board, let me know. Canal dos Rosmineiros. Welcome, my friend. This is very, very exciting. Let us know. It might be a bit of a language issue, but would love to get you on right now if you want to join us for 5 minutes just to say hi, because we want to acknowledge all the great stuff that they've done. I mean, seriously, it is really great. Canal dos Rosmineiros, please send me a PM on Instagram if you want to jump into the stream right now, and we at least want to say hi. At the very least, because honestly, we really want to thank you so much for all the work you guys have done, and it's just been absolutely crazy. Toy Sorceress, what an amazing time! Especially huge thanks to Canal dos Mineiros. Before we get started, though, how have you been? What's been going on in your world?
Well, of course, we've had so much crazy MotU news coming out this week that it's hard to keep up. We've had an incredible source that has given us a lot of information. So you know who you are out there, and very well trusted source that has really helped pave the way to what 2023 has in store for MotU, both with Origins and Masterverse. So I think we laid out the entire year on our website on toyhabits.com. Started out with what's going to be in Wave 14, play sets, multi-character packs for Origins. And then in the last 2 days, we also laid out what's going to be in Masterverse Waves 9 and 10. And it's super exciting. There's some names that you maybe were floating around a little bit, but now we know they're pretty much confirmed for this year. And I can't wait till we get them. And a lot of them we already have, retailer links online. So that like verifies the fact that, they're real. And some of these things are also product that Jay saw, the other Jay from Geek Dad Life. Hey, Jay, that he saw over at the German Toy Fair. And I'm not going to try and pronounce the name. I think it's Spielborn Messe, but I don't want to screw it up. So some of the product he did see there that were on these leak lists. And so that's multiple lines of confirmation, retailer links, seeing some of this product in real life. And now, some of the things that got leaked and barely got shown, a few weeks ago are now in people's hands. The figures that were in Wave 13, the guy who got them from Australia for Origins, that was incredible. So we got in-hand images of that too. The MotU news just doesn't stop coming.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, just absolutely crazy. And you know what? Today we do have to recognize that Canal dos Mineiros is the one who really gave us the heads up on this. And you know what, guys, thank you for being here tonight. We will be reporting on your breaking news as it happened. So yeah, this has been absolutely crazy. I mean, Toys R Us, we literally saw in real time, in a lot of ways, Wave 13 being listed, being leaked, then being listed on eBay, then being freaking in the hands of somebody. It was just
like in 2 days.
What is going on?
Mind blowing.
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm super impressed at Mattel's, speed of getting this product out.
I'm impressed, but I'm a little bit worried. Like,
Me too.
Where's the security? Who's handling their overall what's it called, the internal memos? Like what's going on? A lot of things are happening over there. It's great for us as fans, but it's just one of these funny things that happens. And you know what, I not that I want them to like go back and stop, like this type of thing, but I do sort of like to be surprised every now and then. It is that, but it's just now I'm chomping at the bit. I'm like looking at this, I'm like, man, when is this going to come out? And this leak list that Canal dos Mineiros has provided to us, it really does help us navigate that. You guys are the ones who brought this forward on your site. What do you make of this? Like how did this all come about?
So, first of all, I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to Canal dos Rosmineiros. They're definitely friends of your channel and of our website. They've been an incredible source. They actually did give us some leaks last year for CobraCon and Rattler and King Hiss and a whole bunch of other, Snake Men. They were the ones that let us know the Snake Men were coming in 2023. And lo and behold, we have most of them now. So thank you. Gracias muchísimo. I don't speak Portuguese. I speak Spanish, but hopefully you understand. Thank you, Canal dos Mineiros. The list that they gave us, there's a lot of commonality with the other lists that we already have. So sometimes Mattel will, rearrange assortments for their waves, but in most of the totality, it pretty much matches up with all the information we have. And they lay out a lot of figures that we've already seen teased on card back art multiple times. One great example of that is Cyclone. So Cyclone was on their list, and I think he was interchanged with the Eternian Snake Infiltrator guard. And but Cyclone most recently was, I believe, on one of the Wave 12 card backs. And so, he might be one that they've kind of maybe haven't decided which wave he was going to go into. And Canal dos Rosmineiros, I believe, shows that on Wave 15. So, or 14. I apologize. It's hard to keep all these waves straight. But their information has been spot on. So they've got an incredible source, and we can't reveal that either. But I just
you know what,
the type of information they've been giving us.
It's important to keep your sources safe as well, because again, these are peaks, right? I mean, like companies will only really give information if it's something that they want to do. If they didn't want us to hear about this, we would not be hearing about this. That's just reality. Canal dos Rosmineiros is in the chat, and we do really appreciate what they're. I just saw, and I had it for a second. They're saying we invite everyone from the chat to know and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. We are looking for 5,000 subscribers. Please help us, guys. Definitely head over to Canal dos Rosmineiros on YouTube. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Toy Habits and Mega J Retro sent you, and of course, definitely give them a like and a follow. They are a great resource for Toyz, specifically for Master Universe. It's absolutely imperative that we get them to 5,000 subscribers. Guys over at Canal dos Mineiros, if you want to check your Instagram account, I sent you a link. You can join us if you'd like today, just to at least say hi to the crowd and let them know how much we appreciate you guys doing some help for us. So please, definitely head over to your Instagram account, check the link I just sent, and you can jump on board for a little time at least, and then we can say thank you so much for you guys. On that note, Toy Sorceress, let's get started. I mean, like, there's not much more that we can like tease anymore. We need to start showing people what we know, or what was discovered this week. So this week has just been an absolute massive. This week has just been absolutely massive in terms of what just absolute freaking nuts for the freaking leaks. Here on toyhabits.com, guys, definitely give toyhabits.com a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. They are a great resource for toy news all year round, specifically Master Universe, Star Wars, and G.I. Joe, everything under the sun. You guys are going to love it. But for now, let me go ahead and introduce you to what happened yesterday. It was early this morning, very, very early this morning. This is just crazy. Two things. I won't go into we're going to concentrate on Origins for today. Definitely check out these articles on toyhabits.com. More leaks, Wave 15 and exclusives have been announced. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. And of course, this news comes courtesy of our friends over at Canal dos Mineiros. We cannot thank them enough for this. So Toy Sorceress, what happened here? How did we get to this point? This is just insane.
So again, I guess as I previously mentioned, Mattel tries to lay out kind of a path or a groundwork to where they want the waves to go throughout a year or two. And sometimes they do interchange some of the characters that they think will go well in a wave. And as you can see, Wave 14 there has Spikor and Squeeze, and also the snake armor Man at Arms. But the one character that has changed in Canal dos Rosmineiros list is the last one, the fourth one in the wave, that used to be the snake infiltrator trooper, the Eternian trooper. That one, as you know, that's Man at Arms armor with the snake head on it. So and that was one that Jay over at Geek Dad Life saw at the German Toy Fair. So we already know that that's an actual character coming to life. It's already in production. But they're actually showing Cyclone on the list for Wave 14. And again, that could be a case of Mattel maybe not deciding what figure they want in that last slot in the assortment of the wave. But Cyclone has been teased multiple times, as we said, on many different card backs, going back all the way to Jitsu. I don't know if you guys remember, but on Jitsu's card back art, you can see Cyclone really tiny, like flying into the corner, and then he appeared again, I believe, on the Flying Fist He-Man artwork, and then most recently, I think it was on, I forget which one it was from Wave 12. I apologize, but he was prominently featured on one of the Wave 12 card backs. So that's one character I think that they probably weren't sure that was interchanging. And we had previously listed then Snakeface and Dragon Blaster Skeletor as deluxe figures because, they've got more tooling in them. They've got more parts. Obviously, Skeletor with his dragon that attaches to him. We don't know if he'll have a spray feature or just a little, spray effect. And Snakeface, Will he have any of these action features? I don't know, but there's a lot more tooling. It's all new tooling for him. So typically with those, Mattel reserves for the deluxe figures with the higher price point. But Canal dos Rosmineiros shows those, I believe, as slotted into part of Wave 15, along with another one of the rulers of the sun. And they've moved the Snake Infiltrator into that wave, mini comics, Manny faces, and Terror, which both of those have already been leaked, teased, and we do have some listings for those two figures as well. So things, there's moving parts and pieces, but some of the stuff we really already know. And then the other ones, the exclusives over on the left of their list, those are exciting. Some of that's new news, but some of it's been teased. So I can quickly run through those. We've got Extendar. Go ahead.
Let's just go ahead and examine the article itself. I mean, that's probably a lot more. We'll get a deep dive into that, and I think that's actually what we can do going forward. So, oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. As I said, this is on toyhabits.com, so definitely give them a like and a follow. Guys, MotU Origins Wave 15, exclusives and possible wave assortments. This particular list right here was provided by Canal dos Mineiros, and we do thank them so much. So, guys, this one is a huge, huge fan favorite. I've been digging for this guy for so long, and for me, though, this is the one unfortunate thing about this line. If we do not if we do not get the action feature on this one in particular, I think I'll cry. You know what? Seriously, like, did you have this one as a kid, Toys R Us?
I do. I have the vintage one and I have the classics one. So and he spins his little arms. I mean, it's the funnest thing. You can't get tired of spinning around that little notch on Cyclone's back.
I'm so excited at the possibility of getting him finally. I don't know if it is a swappable piece. What do you think? Is it going to be basically the arms that they see in the animation there, or do you think he's just going to twirl like crazy?
I think it might be something kind of similar that they did with the Flying Fist He-Man, where the torso will not disconnect and the arms cannot be interchangeable anymore, and perhaps he will spin around if they do a action feature. But to me, I think Cyclone would not be a standard single carded release because of that extra tooling. If they want to go with the action feature, he probably might need to be a deluxe figure, in that case.
I think that's probably the way I would imagine it. I think he would probably end up being a deluxe, but I'm willing to pay a little bit extra for Cyclone here. I think he's one of my absolute favorite figures in the line, and I'm really excited to be able to get him into the collection. The next figure in the line, who's once again very exciting, at least. In terms of like being teased, actually, sorry, I forgot to go through this. Mentioning what you said, Toys R Us, right there. Where is it here? Yeah, right here. It's hard to see, but it was a tiny little, and this was early on. It was just a tiny tease that he's up there, right at the corner, and if you blinked, you'd miss it, right? So this is just great. He's been teased on multiple cards. For a while now. So I think that they've been wanting to get him in, but I think they really are, like you said, trying to figure out how to get him in for tooling.
So I wanted to add one more point, Jay, and I think you pointed this out to me. The Snake Trooper cardback art that we just got has Strobo on it. And Strobo is a, Powers of Grayskull character that came out in the Classics line. But what body does he use? He's got Cyclone's body.
He's got Cyclone's body.
So the tooling's there.
Naked Cyclone.
He's naked Cyclone.
He's naked Cyclone.
They already, because Cyclone's got this huge circle cylinder on his chest with a lenticular sticker on it. If they're going to spend money for that tooling and then the rings on his arms and stuff, they already have another character planned for it. So Cyclone might be a foregone conclusion then.
No, I think he's always been planned. I think that's. Yep. That's always been the case, but seeing this as in the list and pretty much for the most part, it's speculatively confirmed. Let's put it that way. I think that I'm very excited about this. Sorry, I'm just going through a few of the comments here. This will be a lot easier when Oz joins us. But for now, I gotta kind of navigate this on myself. Okay, so the next part of the article goes on to say that holographo. Am I saying that right? Holographo. Okay, holographo. The futuristic scientist is another unproduced rulers of the sun figure, and will make a fantastic addition to the line. Wow, I have no idea about this character, but I mean, he does look very, very interesting. Do you know anything about this character, Toy Sorceress?
Not much. I mean, again, he was one of the more later ruler of the sun characters, and I always joke around because it looks like he has a giant pepperoni pizza strapped to his chest.
That's
but he's
it.
cool,
Exactly
and he's one of the only bearded characters, which is really cool. So I love his head sculpt. But this one's going to be a fun one, a really fun one to get. Yeah,
that is a pepperoni pizza. That is such a pepperoni pizza. It's funny. And it's funny because I don't know if you've watched that episode, but I think it was like a month ago or so, like maybe a little bit longer than that. Maybe like actually it was just before December. I think it was November. An NFT group who's connected with the Master Universe NFTs. I can't remember what they're called, but anyways, they actually had a pizza He-Man, and it was damn hilarious. And I was let me just see if I can bring it up. Hold on.
That's too funny.
MotU NFTs. Let's see if it comes up. Yeah, Toyz. So if we go to Toyz right now, right?
Yeah.
This is on Mattel Creations, and then we head over to Toyz on their website. This was just precious if it ever actually loads. But yeah, so wow, Wave 2 has been announced, so that's cool. Did not even know that they were already advertising for Wave 2. So it looks like Wave 2 consists of Teela, Trapjaw, what's it called? Beastman and Orko. That's crazy. Again, I'm not at all an expert on NFTs. I know how they work, but in terms of digital collectibles, I just need to learn. I need to know more about them. But they do look fun, and I'm just wondering if they still have any photos. It doesn't look like it, which sucks. I was hoping that they would have shown us the Pizza He-Man again.
Oh man!
Yeah, let's go over here really quickly and see if they do have. No, I think we are on. Let me just do this though. Cryptoids. Pizza He-Man. I just want people to know what I'm talking about because honestly, it was so funny. But oh man, okay, hold on. I think there he is. There he is.
Oh my God, you're right.
There he is. That's introduced to you, Pizza He-Man. Everybody, he's the pepperoni Pizza He-Man.
Oh my God, his hair is made out of cheese. That's great.
Crazy. He is literally a Pizza He-Man. Oh my gosh. That is just crazy. Yeah. So as soon as you said pizza, pizza scraps, I was like, come on. I was like,
I think the animator must have been super hungry that day when they were doing their designs.
Just crazy, absolutely nuts. And then we already knew about the what's it called? Infiltrator guard, which is basically just. Or is this Snake Man at Arms?
This is Snake Man of Arms.
Snake Man at Arms. Okay. Yeah. But we did know about an Infiltrator snake guard, right? That one was actually leaked out. Is that actually what this is, or was that something else? Do you think?
No, so this one's supposed to be Snake Man at Arms, but we already know that the Snake Infiltrator Trooper was at the German Toy Fair.
Right. Correct.
At least that's what Jay Geek That Life reported. So we haven't seen photos.
Absolutely.
But it might be, maybe they look similar because it's a snake head and you got either the Turnian Guard or Man at Arms outfits. So it might be hard to tell the difference between the two figures. We don't know which one it was.
I think that's going to be the hardest part. But I think that if they give the fuzz on the shoulder pads, I think that will really help to differentiate.
Oh, definitely.
The two sets of figures. Sorry, guys. We're not really. We want to answer the questions, but right now I'm just cycling through them, so at least you guys can see uh, everything that's happening inside the chat. The next figure that okay. So here's the other thing about this particular one. Bit of controversy here, and so Toy Sources, what were your thoughts about this on MattelCreations.com? The same day that Dark Lin was put on sale.
Yeah.
Wave, I believe it's 11 or 12, actually ended up on MattelCreations.com. What happened?
They didn't tell anybody. I know me and you personally missed out. So that was a sore spot, but it's okay. We'll get them eventually. I think they were trying to plan something special for MotU. They advertised Dark Evil Lin, and they did not tell anybody that they were going to put Wave 12 up on here. I know some people have already gotten mini comic Roboto in hand that they ordered off of this site, and Tongue Lasher. And I believe Digitino was a pre-order May release, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw that when I watched your live stream review. Although I was out at work when this went live, and I missed everything, unfortunately. But then someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Digitino was a purchase, like add to cart and you'll get them right away, or if he was a pre-order.
Well, they're all. Here's the problem. They've all been listed as pre-orders, but I think that what they mean by pre-orders is that you'll get them within a month or two. So
someone got them in 2 days, 3 days, like right away.
It is really interesting the way Mattel does their things with their purchasing direct. Sometimes you get it early, sometimes you don't. It's an interesting way that they decide to do these things. But yeah, here, as you can see, Boltman is still available for pre-order if you're interested in picking him up. Yeah, Duplico, holy crap, like completely. This is the one that I think a lot of people are upset about. The fact that Duplico, a brand new character, even though it's from the Rulers of the Sunline, was pretty much available to order. And he disappeared fast. He was the very first one to get sold out, which was absolutely nuts. Who was the other one though? The next one was Snake Armor Skeletor. Just crazy. He actually ended up coming and going. But this is the other one that was really sought after. Comic book Roboto. Holy crap. Have you seen him in store at all? Like, I haven't seen hide or hair of any of these figures.
No, not at all. I know we had found the Amazon links for it one morning. Actually, Michael did. And he was an early bird that morning and woke up early and put out the Amazon links for everybody. By the time I woke up at 7 o'clock, they were all gone. but some collectors actually already got it in hand, as well as Hypno. And so that whole wave actually went up on Amazon and sold out within an hour.
It's just really crazy how these things play out. And again, no indication from Mattel at all. Rattler, who's really popular, was completely sold out as well. Happened so fast. Same thing with Tongue Lasher. Tongue Lasher, everybody's been searching for this guy. It's been absolutely nuts. And he just ends up on Mattel Creations. I mean, I really wanted to get this guy because I knew he was going to be really hard to get. Holy crap. And again, a lot of people are still trying to find Cobra Khan. So just crazy. And of course, Snake Armor He-Man. Just
I think so this was wave 11, and it did not ship out to very many people. Some people got it from Big Bad Toy Store, and they were on non-US cards, and so they had a small amount. I don't think that Entertainment Earth has shipped out their wave 11 figures yet. So you're absolutely right. People are still looking for those. Not a lot of collectors have them in hand yet. And, the distribution's been pretty slow. So it's great that Mattel Creations put those up. They sold out really fast, and people were able to get them on US cards, so they actually get the text on those comic books. Because I got the foreign card, and I have no clue what's going on in the story, but it looks cool.
It's just I'm just disappointed that even to this day, the distribution from Mattel seems to be one of their biggest Achilles heels, and it really is one of the things which draws this whole idea into question. Like, we just never know, we can never trust if we're going to see these in stores, and I think that that's been the biggest question mark for all of us going forward. So just nuts, just absolutely crazy.
And Jay, that actually begs the question, because Mattel has been doing a really excellent job at distributing their Masterverse figures in terms of things we see in store. Like, I know here at the US we do have Target, and the Masterverse figures are kind of healthily restocked, or at least they see the pegs. But Origins, nothing. I mean, we haven't got anything past like Wave 8. It's just been they haven't gotten any figures for months.
And the crazy thing about that is it's apparent that Origins seems to be the collector line, because people just have this nostalgia for Origins going forward. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I said this earlier in the stream. Carl Ness, nah, the holy crap will only work if you have it walking on water and wearing a crown of thorns. That's funny, dude. That's funny. I made a comment earlier that someone on the comment section said that you should make a T-shirt, and I was like, oh yeah, what do you guys think? And now everyone's telling me what they think of holy crap. So Nolan says, holy crap, great catchphrase, Batman. ITC Vinny says, holy crap. So yeah, I think I'm going to be known for that for a little bit. Chinovo, am I the only one who thinks Mattel stuck the middle finger to Spectre Creative? Wow. I'm not really too sure. Really quickly, Toy Sorceress. But when either of us is ready to speak, let's both hit mute until like when either of us is speaking. Only because there seems to be an echo going on. So when you're ready to speak, I'll go on mute, and when you're ready to speak, you go on mute. Just because it seems like there's a bit of an echo going on. So, yeah. So I'm not. You know what? I've had Scott on multiple times, but it's not. That's not the way these companies think. Why would they do that? That doesn't really make sense. Toy Sorceress, what are your thoughts on?
I mean, Scott's a very intelligent guy, and he's worked in the industry for many years, so he has a lot of insight. He understands how the corporations work, how ordering works, how getting things to retail works. So he has a lot of knowledge there. We don't know what his source was for the information that he got. And so he probably interpreted the information he got in the way that he sees fit. Now, could he be wrong? Yes, perhaps. But that's okay, because he's just telling us what he knows from what he got. But seeing all of these leaks, all these upcoming figures, I think makes the fan base very happy. And we all want the line to succeed. So could it be that maybe Mattel is changing their strategy on how they market these figures? Because we're getting all these new listings on Walmart.com, but yet when you go into the Walmart store, some of them, their MotU pegs are gone now. So maybe they're transitioning more onto an online model, because that may save them some costs. It might be easier to distribute and make the line more profitable for Mattel. So it could just be a change of strategy, I think. We'll see.
I should unmute myself. Maybe that's a better idea. Red Foreman, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. I really appreciate it. Sorry it took so long. If Flock Mossman is a Walmart exclusive, do you think that a non-Flock version will be available later as an exclusive? As a non-exclusive. Also, good evening, you two. Absolutely. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna pass this over to Toy Sorceress you're pretty much right away. I don't think I think that because of the history of this, I think that a lot of people are dying for a flocked Mossman. Your thoughts, Toy Sorceress?
I am one of the ones from the very beginning have been begging and pleading Mattel for flocked Mossman. Mossman has been teased on, I think, more cardback and packages than any other figure. He had his arm sticking out of the ground on the turning guard package. We saw him full on a lot of cardbacks, and this is going 2 years back into the line, and everyone's begging like, well, where's Mossman? Where's Mossman? We've gotten Beastman was part of Wave 1. He's basically a repaint. Just flock him. We've gotten a flocked Panther. They know how to do the flocking. They've got the technology, and he's a huge, baseline character that everybody loves. I honestly don't think that they should honor Mossman any other way but doing him flocked. I wasn't a huge fan of the non-flocked version for Revelation Wave 1 Masterverse figures. I bought it, and as I told you before, I ended up flocking them myself because I just couldn't stand the plastic looking version of them, and then I ended up trading it off. But they've got to do Mossman flocked. I don't think there's any other way to really do Mossman right, and especially in the Origins line. It's honoring the vintage figures. It's an homage to our childhood and our nostalgia, and we got furry Grizzlor, so they got to do it. But I'm very upset that it's a Walmart exclusive because their distribution is just awful, to say the least. I've had nothing but problems. You finally get something ordered, they have it intermittently, and then a couple days later they cancel on you. So it's frustrating,
Sorry, my mic.
It's okay.
The biggest problem with that, of course, is that when it comes down to it, you do order it, it does get processed, and then it's shipped in a box, which is or a bag, and then your box is ruined. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm so upset with that, and a lot of people are scared that if it does go online retail for Walmart, that it will be a disaster. So a couple of shout outs here for you, Toy Sorceress. Looks like Joe Rokondo says hi.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah, Jay Smith says hello. And of course, Canal dos Rosmineiros says cheers.
Hola. How you guys doing?
I think that we definitely got to get them eventually. We definitely got to get them on a stream at least one time for sure. All right, let's keep going with the announcements, because this is like we got a really long way to go. Okay, so we've already covered Cyclone, and we've covered Holographo. Yeah, so, and we've gone through Hypno and everywhere like that. Terror is an interesting one. Why don't you go through this for us, Toy Source? Because honestly, I don't know enough about this myself.
So Terror was a character that was supposed to come out in the Powers of Grayskull line that was never released. As a matter of fact, we have some unreleased like art sketches for cardback art for him, and it looks like I think he was battling like a young Randor on there. Terror is actually just a total repaint and a mashup of a bunch of parts. You can see Whiplash's head on there. You got Ratlord's torso and arm, and then the right arm is obviously Trapjaw's. And then his legs are, oddly enough, made up of mosquitoes. So it was just, I think Mattel's way of trying to economize at the end of the line when they're trying to move on to their Powers of Grayskull line back in the 80s, and reuse the tooling that they already had to make a new character. And that's the one that they came up with. But he was never released. So Terror was then in the MotU Classics line released as a 3-pack with Lord Grasp, and one more character right there that you can see Plasmar. And I believe that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe actually it was a PowerCon exclusive, actually.
Oh, PowerCon. Sorry. That's close.
Yeah, the PowerCon exclusive. Yeah, go.
No. I think that was kind of all I had to say about him. But now he's recently been on one of our Wave 12 card backs, and there was also a leaked link for him as well.
There's the thing. So the leak link was actually for Lulu Barrow, which is very interesting. As it is a it's an interesting site. It's not exactly a retailer site. It's actually more of a kind of like an eBay site in a lot of ways. But
yes.
They were using this, and this is actually not, guys. Just to be clear, this is not the figure. This is actually a custom. Is that correct?
That's correct. This is a custom.
Do we know who made this custom?
It should be listed on our site. I don't recall off the top of my head.
Okay, let's find out if we know who
most of the time. I think we usually try and source it. If we know who it is, we source it on our site. but maybe we don't have the great customizer. But if we don't have it on there, who's ever custom this is, thank you for it. And please let us know who you are, and we'll definitely give you credit for that because they did a fantastic job.
Absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely.
And yeah, of course, he was actually in a 3-pack with 2 of the figures, one of which was also teased, but we'll get to him a little later in the stream. So the next set of the next figure who's teased, of course, as we know earlier, was Mini Comics Manny Faces. So this is huge. Now you guys found this link very, very early on. Walk us through that.
So this is on Amazon's website. I forget which country this one's from. I can't see your screen if you zoom in. It's Mexico, yes. So this is Amazon Mexico. So this is the comic version of Manny Faces, and one of our trusted sources had sent us images of the prototype figure. This particular person collects the prototypes, and actually was able to obtain one of them. Usually those are, either recycled or destroyed or kept somewhere else when they're working on the figures. But it is based on how Manny Faces appeared in the comic books. And he looked very different than the Manny Faces that we have, because I think the comic was a little bit more serious. You can tell, some of his faces, he's a little bit more grimacing. The robotics face has a lot more detail on it. The classic Manny Faces, he looks kind of like he's in a little bit of pain, but it is very close to how he looks in the mini comic, and you can see the images there if you zoom in. They nailed it, exactly. Yeah, so there's that classic mini comics face that he's kind of grimacing, or showing like the suffering he's going through because of him being an actor being put into this kind of robotic body.
Yeah, it's incredible how things differ from the comics to the toy, and it's still amazing to see just how much the team over at Mattel really does pay attention to a lot of these things overall, and now is actually paying homage to that by giving us these figures in hand. I think that's excellent on their end for sure. Okay, the next figure in the line is Kickto. Am I saying that right? Kickto? I'm guessing expert kick. What does that say? Expert kick.
He's a kickboxer.
Kickboxer. Wow. We actually are getting a kickboxer in the line. That's not something I would have expected, to be perfectly honest with you. Do you know anything about Kickto? I have no idea.
He's again one of those later characters that was released as part of the Rulers of the Sun line, kind of at the late tail end of it, and total reuse of parts. That same kind of flat top head that they use for Sunman, and a new body armor that you can see that he's wearing. And he's supposed to be a kickboxing expert. So he looks like a fun character.
Absolutely. Here's a Vortos says, "Terror is my most anticipated MotU figure thus far." That's great. Silver K says there's a bit of an echo on. We're trying to figure that out right now. We're muting between each other, so it's just this little back and forth. Unfortunately, sorry about that, Silver K. Samantha T. Ridley says, "Good luck finding half of these figures in store. Most likely to be exclusives." I don't think so. I don't think so. However, I do think that they might be online only now. What are your Toy Sorceress? Why don't we discuss that a little bit, because that actually is something that is of a bit of a concern going forward. Thoughts?
Yeah. So it does look like the Origins line cutting back, at least on retail shelves. So getting these more more lesser known characters, they're not mainline characters. They might be a little bit harder to find. Just the track record, the fact that I haven't seen anything past Wave 8 at Target for a while, doesn't give me a lot of hope and security that we'll be seeing them on the store shelves. But we've got tons of great online retailers and fan channels to be able to get these through. So I think like all of the Origins figures, they've all been a little bit difficult to obtain, but we've all been able to pretty much get them. And at some point in time, after they've been out for a little while, then they get easier. Everyone's always excited to give them at first, and they're a little harder to buy. But maybe those two rulers of the sun, maybe they'll look at them and say, "Hey, we can do a 2-pack or something." That could be like an exclusive. I don't know, because Canal dos Mineiros does show them in kind of the exclusive column, so that could be a way that Mattel can release them and get them out to people a little bit easier, just like they did the 3-pack of the rulers of the sun.
Absolutely. I mean, it does make the most sense to do it that, and it after the initial release. That I think is the most important part. Danny Phillips says, still waiting on Froggy. Yes, a lot of us are. Where was it? I thought I saw something here. Nope, not that one. Yeah, I think a lot of us. I'm still waiting on Frogmonger. How about you, Toy Sorceress? Are you still waiting for Frogmonger?
Well, because I panicked and I placed 2 separate orders. one of them went through, and then when I saw it was still available, I'm like, oh, I need to get an extra one. So I ordered a second one, and the second one has not shipped yet.
Okay, but
we did review him on our site. So if you want to see Frogmonger and see an awesome review, I actually did review him, and now he's hanging out on my castle.
There you go. So at least one of the Toy Habits team actually has a Frogmonger. Christopher Negri says they put up other ways on Mattel Creations as well before. This is true. You can still see a ton of figures there, and I'm wondering if that's actually going to be something that's going to happen more often than not. Where once they sell through at certain locations, they're actually going to bring it back in house and start selling it there, so you know where to pick it up. The one thing about Mattel Creations Online seems to be they don't advertise their site very well. In particular, what happened this past week, it's kind of sad, really.
It's frustrating as collectors, especially with a wave that is brand new and everyone is dying to get it, and it's not even available on any website yet to pre-order. You can't get it on BBTS. You can't get it on Entertainment Earth. You can't order it. I mean, Amazon sort of got a couple of the figures, but so it's been frustrating that they didn't alert any of the fans to let them know that it was going to go up, to give us at least a fighting chance to order it.
You know what? Of all the figures, and that Dennis Copter exactly, the fact that these aren't up for pre-order is confusing and frustrating, 100%. But you know, Toy Sorceress, think about this one, right? Let's let me just bring this one back up. Think about this. And I appreciate the fact that they put I appreciate the fact that they put Evelyn as the let me just get this ready. I do appreciate the fact that they put Darklyn. Right, I appreciate the fact that they put Darklyn as the forward-facing figure that day for Valentine's Day, which was interesting in and of itself. But truthfully, and I'm really serious about this, wouldn't Roboto with his heart been the best choice for a Valentine's Day drop?
Absolutely, he would have. That would have been incredible. Hello, Mattel. He's like the poster child for MotU Valentine's Day. There's a heart on his chest. So
the mini comic he's based off of is the idea that he did not want to hurt Skeletor or his minions because he cared so much. You know what I mean? And that's the whole idea of Valentine's Day. It's not about necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. No, it's just about caring about your fellow person, right? That's actually what Valentine's Day is all about. So yeah, totally missed opportunity. That's just absolutely crazy.
Huge missed opportunity.
Yeah, Neil Hunter Hyde says, does Duplico come with the same mini comic as Hypno, Tongue Last Shore, etc.? So there's the interesting thing. It still hasn't been confirmed whether or not Duplico is going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive or not. If he is, then he'll get his own mini comic. But actually, no. Actually, what am I talking about? Of course he hasn't. He's not exclusive. He was sold already. Like they already sold through their supply so far. So he, in my opinion, I don't know if you think so too, Toy Sorcerer. So I think he's going to share a mini comic. What are your thoughts?
Well, I thought Duplico had his own mini comic. If I'm not mistaken, we did report on that. But put a pin in this because we do have some news on where Duplico may be coming out, and we'll have a future article for that. I just haven't had a chance to write it up.
That's excellent. So, guys, you heard it here first. Toy Habits is
Yep.
is on the sleuthing case because they're amazing sleuths, and they've been able to uncover so many different things at where no one else has been able to do it. So it's amazing. Pop
We
Actors,
will have an answer for you on that one. Yes.
excellent. Pop Actor says, "I'm kind of sick of hearing Scott's name. Can we move on and enjoy the moment of the new waves? Not trying to be rude. You're not being rude, Pop Actor. However, I do have to say, the conversation will always involve Scott at some level. Maybe not. Maybe not. As we approach this April deadline that he's put up, his name's going to come up more and more and more. I hate to say it that way, but that's just the way it's going to be. That's because again, he is making waves in ripples and effects, and people are just people are just waiting to dump on him. Okay, people are just waiting to shit on him. That's just the truth. So his name is going to keep coming up. I do apologize for that if it's annoying anybody, but this is what it is. He's put his stake in the ground, and now everyone's just waiting to roast him for it. That's basically where we are at that stage. Okay, so moving back to the article, 2000. It's the 2000X Trapjaw. Holy crap! This is exciting. Toy Sorceress, where did this come from? My goodness.
So again, a big thanks to Canal dos Rosmineiros, and this is on their list of exclusive figures. It doesn't fall within one of the waves yet. So we don't know if that will be shifted around, but this 2000X Trapjaw is basically a much more, it came from the 2000X cartoon, but he's got a lot more detail on him. He looks like he's been through massive battle damage, and you can see the scarring on his face. And the classics figure had a lot more like stitches, that he's kind of been through a lot more aggressive battle than what we're used to on here. And so they've got the basis for the figure. It could be that they do obviously the new head sculpt and this huge claw attachment that he's got for his arm. So maybe they increase the size of the arm attachment on there and do a little bit of that 2000X extra armor piece to kind of make them NYP.
This is amazing. It's like every single time we think it's the leaks have stopped. They just keep coming fast and furious. But it's amazing to think to know that we're not through. There's the arm attachment, by the way, that Toy Sorceress mentioned. So yeah, it's amazing to know at least, even if it's just a rumor right now, that the line is not dead. And I'm really looking forward to what we have in store going forward. This is just he's got a lot of scarification going on, like almost like a Frankenstein's monster in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah,
honestly, he's looking, but this is a custom, or is it a statue? I think this is the actual
I'd have to ask Michael that one.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was the 2000X
it was that the actual 2000X figure. I don't have it myself, so that's why I'm not.
I believe it is. If it's not, it's probably one of the statues that NECA had released a little while afterwards. So very excited to see that in the way. Oh my God, Stonedar and Rokkon. Holy crap! This is exciting. This is actually really exciting. Did you have these characters as a kid?
I don't actually, and I've been wanting to obtain them. They're one of the last few vintage MotU figures that I don't own yet. And they've always been really cool characters because it was kind of taking on that craze of like Transformers. And then also MotU, because that way you can kind of open the figure up and he turns from a rock into this really neat warrior. And Stonedar and Rokkon, which he's on the list too. That'll be incredible if we get those as part of the Origins line. And that's going to be 100% all new tooling. There's nothing that they can reuse, and he's going to have to convert into his rock form. So, how Mattel's going to handle that, I don't know. And it would be really cool if they were like maybe exclusive 2-pack. So, you get 2 rocks.
I think that this would probably be on that level. I think that this would definitely be a Mattel Creations exclusive. I think that these two are definitely going to have to come on something like that. And you're right, because Classics actually released these guys as a 2-pack. I can't remember if it was a PowerCon exclusive or not, but I do believe that they were released simultaneously. So and it only makes sense. I mean, like, that's the nature of these two characters. So but still wonderful that these guys have at least been on Canal dos Mineiros list. The transformation is not that bad. They actually kind of look like rocks. You know what I mean? It's not so bad.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, it's easy to do, but it was kind of Mattel's way of kind of jumping on that bandwagon back in the 80s to do something that unfolds into a character.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to follow McFly Toys on IG. Thank you again for the $5 super chat, my friend. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, MotU teams need to take a page from Hasbro's playbook and host more panels. The last time was at SDCC. Actually, that's not true. The very last time that Mattel did something was actually during the walkthrough of the Eternia playset. Actually, that was I believe the last time they did something as interactive, because that was a live stream. And yeah, I think that was the, so far, at least as far as in my memory, that they've done anything like a fan stream type of situation. But this is exactly what we're talking about. More needs to be done from Mattel for advertising, because they're just not doing a good enough job about it. Toy Sorceress.
So if you recall, Mattel does it totally different than Hasbro. Hasbro's got their G.I. Joe team and their Star Wars team, and now their new Indiana Jones team, and they go online and they have these fan streams, and they do these really cool kind of production type releases and things like that. But Mattel has really been kind of giving this to the social media world and leaking things out to people, and doing it that way. They have had very little of their own like fan stream releases. And even last March, when they had the week of exclusive releases, I don't know if you guys remember, for Origins, when they leaked out like all the figures that came out. One week was like all Origins, and the other week was Masterverse figures, and they did like the good guys and the bad guys when they released King Randor and all those. That was even done just through their social media Instagram channel. They did not do any kind of live streaming event. I guess it's just not really in Mattel's MO, or maybe it's not in their budget. I don't know what the answer is, but that's not really what they do. They have a different approach. And maybe they purposefully leak stuff. I don't know. Yo Tengo El Poder gets a lot of leaks. Canal dos Mineiros gets a lot of leaks. And I think that might be on purpose. And part of it may be their strategy to get fans excited and be like, oh my God, we know something we're not supposed to know. And look what's coming out. It could be all a, kind of genius marketing scheme on Mattel, because it really doesn't cost them anything to do it. It keeps their name in the news, the toy news buzz, and they get their product out there. So they have a different way of doing things.
I tend to agree. I actually believe it's. I was mentioning the other day. This is it's too much, too fast, and with such access, it doesn't make any sense. It's a conspiracist theory at the end of the day, bar none. But it just doesn't add up. It really does not add up how all of these leaks are happening so quickly and so frequently. I would have accepted a certain amount of leaks and product to come out. But I think, and I'm going to ask Toy Sorceress in a second, but I think that after what happened with Wondar and the success that they found from Wondar, including the fact that they had to do a second release, I'm wondering if the marketing team finally said, you know what, this doesn't cost us anything. Like it showed up at a random retailer for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. People went nuts. I tried to find this thing, and then we sold through in 2 seconds, right? 2 freaking seconds on MattelDecorations.com. maybe there's something here that we should be looking at more closely. And I'm wondering if that's actually their strategy going forward right now. And as you said, Toy Sorceress, this is not what they do. The actual production, in my opinion, for the Eternia walkthrough was kind of janky. I mean, like they had the production crew there, they had the engineers there, they had a whole bunch of people. They celebrate, like they had a whole a studio set up. They celebrated the original playset on this side. You know, they talked about all the history and blah blah blah. And they even brought in a host who was kind of connected to Toys, but kind of not. You know, easy on the eyes, if you will. You know, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. But you're right. I don't think that it's actually their thing.
I don't think it's in their wheelhouse. It's not something that they're used to doing. It's not, like I said, it's not their MO. It's not the way that they operate. They've always gone through social media channels, either through their own Instagram pages or leaking to other kind of famous, toy tubers, if you want to call it that. And I think it's purposeful, and it's also a very smart marketing strategy because it cuts down on their marketing costs, and they rely on people like us and you to report this news out and get the word out for them, and it's worked, and it creates excitement, it creates a buzz, it creates more of a sometimes FOMO because now we're all clamoring to get the figures that we can't get, and I think it's worked in their favor because if you're a corporation, you want to keep your costs as low as you can and also get the word out there. And if this strategy has been working for them, then why not continue it? But, they have done some good things in notifying us when, let's say, for example, Grizzlor was going to be coming out for pre-order, and then the additional Wondars that they put out. So, they're getting a little better at kind of notifying the fan base. This last, Valentine's Day little snafu, putting up Wave 12 and not telling anybody was a little frustrating, I gotta say. But, I think they're learning and they're walking their way through, but like we should never expect them to be like, doing fan streams like Hasbro does. It's just not in their wheelhouse.
Sorry about that. I don't see it as their culture. I don't see that. I think the closest we got to it, and it wasn't even, and they still didn't do it, is, and this is why actually I think it lends credence to your theories and mine. They had a press day for MotU, and it was mostly content creators, right? Content creators and people with large communities for MotU, right? I think they see a value now. I think they really do see a value now in connecting directly with the fan base. And to his credit, and guys, don't burn me at the stake for saying this, but to his credit, one of the reasons this came about is because Scott Knightlick did actually create a community-based idea of direct ordering system through MattyCollector.com, right? We have to give credit to where credit's due, right? At the end of the day, and I've been told multiple times, oh, it's not just Scott. Don't prop that guy up. You know what? You have to at least acknowledge the accomplishments of people. That's something that you have to do. I mean, like this is just something that people, I don't know why people are not willing to give Scott his 5 minutes, because he's taken up 600 minutes. I get it, but still, you have to acknowledge these things, like bar none. Go ahead, Source.
Oh no, I was just going to respond to Red Foreman's chat there. So yes, Paul Mart Store did have Sorceress and Shadow Weaver up for probably about an hour a couple of days ago, and I do have Shadow Weaver on her way as well. If you see something on Paul Mart Store, like literally it'll sell out sometimes before you get in your cart. I have that as one of my pages that's open on my phone, and I check it periodically during the day because Paul just throws stuff up on there randomly, and then it's gone, and you won't know that it's gone because the page goes away when the product's missing.
An hour. That is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my god.
If even that.
That is just crazy.
I scored Tongue Lasher from him, and my sister tried to order one immediately after and didn't get it, but I think I had two in my cart, so I gave her one.
That's just crazy. Yeah. Kelner S says, "Well said, Jay." Well, thank you, Kel. I appreciate that. Like again, people tend not to recognize things when they should, but at the end of the day, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I wouldn't want to be in Scott's position where unfortunately, he has said something and continues to say it, but no one believes him, or at least no one wants to believe him. That's the very big distinction here, because I actually am seeing what a lot of people are seeing, that these things are not showing up at the pegs, and we just have to come to grips with a certain amount of reality. If a big box store like Walmart or Target doesn't see sales, or at least the sales that they want to see, they're not going to bother putting things up for us. I mean, that's the way business works. And you know what? To get another perspective on that, someone who's actually been in the trenches and worked at retail, Oztradamus Toyz. Welcome, Oz. How are you doing tonight?
Good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Sorry I'm a bit late tonight. Had family dinner, so I'm here now.
Don't ever say sorry for going to dinner with the family. That is something that I should do more often, to be honest with you. But so Oz, what a couple of weeks, eh? What a couple
Oh
of
my
weeks.
God.
Just
Can't catch a break. My wallet's
No.
crying for dollars I haven't earned yet because
Well, exactly.
everything is coming
No,
out, man.
we're catching the break that we need, but we're not. But in terms of saving, there's no saving. We're no
No.
like there's no the MotU collectors can't save anymore. It's just not, it's not in the cards any longer. It's just not happening. Yeah, Oz. You know what? Why don't you relate to us? Retail, which is something you've been involved with before. You own a
Yep.
store, isn't that correct? Why don't you tell us your story about your experience with this?
Well, I ran a store. It's not so much that I owned one, but I ran one.
Same
Used to run a
difference.
GameStop for several years, and you got to maximize your sales space. So if you got product sitting on a wall that's not selling, it's taking up space for product that needs to sell, product that needs to move. So you can't bank on just having these products come in and then not move anywhere. And as we all know, for the last year, the shelves have been cluttered with like wave 7, wave 8 kind of finally hit, wave 9 barely just got around towards me. And that was actually even just a couple of months ago. It's not recent. That was back in like September and October. Mind you, these waves I've already seen out. People have had them, and when I'm still looking at, stuff, mini comic Stratos, Buzz Off, and Sorceress, it's like they got in this huge shipment of that. And then they were like, okay, well, this is just sitting here now because we finally got the product in that everybody's been wanting over, the drought from COVID that was so hard to actually stock the shelves. Things were getting backed up into ports. And now it's not moving. And the problem is they don't understand or see it the way we see it as collectors. They see, okay, we've got the product. This is what people are wanting. They don't realize that once everybody's already bought that wave, the rest of that, it's all just going to sit there. We're waiting for the next wave to come out. And for a lot of people, were ordering stuff online because they weren't finding it in stores. So now this product's just sat there and it's not going to move. But they're not going to get more product to put in and put it on the shelf because the product they already have there is not moving. It's not complicated to figure out exactly what's going on there. And as a business owner, I would definitely be just like, you know what? No, we're not going to carry this because it's not moving. And I don't care how many people are crying at me that they want it because my numbers that I'm looking at on reports tell me otherwise. And that's what they go by. They go by those dollars.
This is just reality at the end of the day, and now, as I reported, as actually reported by Toy Habits on a very exclusive sleuthing find. Somehow, by some magic that Toy Habits is able to create, they found the links to Wave 13 in the system
Yeah.
for Walmart. What the F? That just blows my mind. If it's in the system, that means that this has been planned for at least 6 months, because Walmart is a huge industry and they
Yeah.
do not do things on a whim. They've got
Not
this
at all.
planned 6 to 8 months in advance, and even Scott Knight has actually said so. He said that they sometimes plan a year in advance. So
Yep.
this tells me that waves for Master of the Universe are still going to come to Walmart. How are they going to get distributed, guys? I've already had my thoughts on this. What are your thoughts between the two of you? is the possibility of these going to either on the shelf or online. What are both of your thoughts? Go for it.
I really feel like it'll probably be online, or they're going to do some kind of end cap once a quarter or something like that. I don't see them. Well, I know for a fact I don't see it going in the toy section because I've already been in a couple of Walmarts now. They have completely removed all peg hooks, all shelf tags that had anything Masters of the Universe related. They pulled them off, consolidated in certain areas of the store, marked things on clearance. Even the flocked Panther has finally started to get marked down. And that's the reality of it. They are clearancing this out of the sections. So you either got to go to an online model, and they may have, because maybe they're seeing more online sales than they're seeing in-store sales, which is a complete possibility. Walmart's never really been big on online exclusives, but who knows? That might be something they're looking to do in the future because they notice that that's a winning strategy. They never have to dedicate shelf space in a store to it. They sell it direct from the warehouse. They're still making the money because, again, that's all they care about is the money. And, with that, it's kind of like what we're seeing. And I remember even Scott said, he would see like a seasonal kind of end cap, and I got to agree with him. Like, honestly, that's just kind of how it works sometimes. Or you might get one of those in-store standees, displays where they've got the product sitting on that, and then once it's gone, that's it, it's gone. They're done with it.
Well, actually, that's what I was going to say. Besides being able to ship it or sell it online, the best strategy that Walmart can have is to use one of those, kind of cool shipper cases that they get.
Yep.
They find a spot for it. They sell out the product. The shipper case gets taken out of the way. It's not taking up any of their shelf space. And as a matter of fact, it's to Walmart's benefit to have this kind of stuff in store because it drives people into their store. You come in looking for your MotU figure and you leave with, milk, eggs, and toilet paper. So you spend money in their store. It's a way to drive customers into the retail space. And it's not going to cost them too much money if they have one of those temporary type of displays. So I think that's probably Walmart's best model. I think I saw some photographs of some MotU standees or the little chipper boxes at a couple of stores already. So that could be your model.
I got you covered, guys. Check this out. I got you covered. Check this out.
Yep, there you go.
Man, I was mad that never showed up at my store.
That's so cool. I wanted that one. Could you imagine seeing photos of this online? Like, we're all going to want to go into Walmart, and we'll end up buying all sorts of other stuff when we get there. They did the same thing with the Masters or the Superpowers figures. They had some stores had those stands, with the vehicles and the different Wave 1 figures, and everyone was going into the Walmart stores looking for them. And some people took them home. So it drives customers into the brick and mortar.
I mean, this is something, and it literally, hey Woz, it literally came, and as soon as it was cleared, it was gone again. So as you said, and did you see how many products were on there? There was tons. Like on the sides, you had your vehicles. In the middle, you had all your figures. I think there was at least per level. Just going back here. Let's do it this way. So let me do this. So right here. So going back through this video, if you look at the front here, you can actually see we got Battle Cat in the front there. We've got a whole bunch of deluxe figures, all Ram Mans and Clamp Champs at the time. And then if we move to the side, right there, we see the Sky Sled, right? If we move back to the other side, and this was just me cataloging everything. At the time we had. Let me just mute this. Yeah. And I was able to take that home just in case anybody's wondering. I had to. I just had to grab it. Like seriously, I go to the manager. When can I take that? And he's like, ask me next week. And then next week came, he's like, all right, fine. So he said, so I took it. I literally took it. It was already empty, right? It was already empty. Actually, I bought the battle cat just so I could take it. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, over here, where was it? There, yeah. So yeah, we see Clam Champ, we see Ram Man, and then we go to the other side. We see Faker, Evelyn, Fisto, Merman. The list goes on. And if you look at how many are in there, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 3 figures per line. Like, this is a big display. You know what I mean? And this is
Huge.
possibly how they're going to do it. They might have taken him out of the aisleways, but I'm wondering now if he will, if Master Universe will end up in these specialized standees as seasonal, because that's what these are. These are seasonal releases, right? And I'm wondering if that's.
I think we've already seen it with the re-release of Wave 2 and Targets that were on those special end caps with the Orko and Trapjaw and who else was in that one? They re-released the Wave just recently.
Oh yeah, it was all a Wave 2.
All Wave 2, exactly. So I think maybe that was Mattel's way of kind of maybe testing the waters and using those little end cap displays. And then when they sold out. And what did that do? Created a huge buzz. People were going to Targets looking for them all over the place. People posted pictures on social media, taking the empty standees home with them. It was a win-win, and I'm sure that was much cheaper for Mattel to put in a store because it's a temporary spot, and then it's gone and out of the way. So it's a win-win for everybody.
I agree. Red Foreman, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. But Walmart and Target employees had some bad experience with rude and violent collectors over the last couple of years. Several instances, one shooting. Okay, that's exaggerated, first of all. And Red Foreman, let's be perfectly honest. You talk about Pokemon. For whatever strange reason, Pokemon cards and people went nuts. And someone did actually get assaulted. I don't know if they were actually shot, but I do remember reading that someone was assaulted based on Pokemon cards. And even up here in Canada, for whatever stupid reason, up here, they actually started restricting card sections. And I was like, why is this up here in Canada? That happened in the US. Like, it was just a store-wide memo across the entire, like, all over the place. And they shut down the card section for the better part of a month. And I was like, this is nuts. This is just crazy, right? However, I will say, and for Red Foreman, you are correct, guys. What the heck? Don't treat the employees at Target and Walmart respectfully. Like, honestly, they deal with enough shit as it is. Okay, like, anybody who's worked in retail will tell you just how shitty a job it is. I mean, come on, like, seriously. Anybody who's worked at retail will be able to tell you just how crappy it is to work at that. Unless you're in the storeroom, you don't see anybody. Basically dealing with customers is tough because customers can be downright stupid and rude. Okay, like, you're gonna get more flies with honey. That's the old saying, right? Because you're gonna get flies with vinegar. You're gonna get more flies with honey than you will with vinegar, right? So be sweet, not sour. Because honestly, you want to be sweet. Do you want these people to help you? They're not gonna help you if you're rude to them. I've seen people. No word of lie. No word of a lie. I have been actually at a Walmart where some guy walks up to a service rep and says, I'm looking for this, and they're like, okay, sir, I'm busy right now. I'll help you as soon as I can. And then he says, no, you should be helping me now. I'm late for my appointment. I've got 5 minutes, and you need to help me now. And you know what? The guy says, okay, sir, wait right here. He literally the young man left, came back in 10 minutes and said, I'm sorry, sir, it's not there in the back. I said, you're sure? It says it on what's it called? Pop search or whatever the heck it is. It says it right here, and he's like, sir, don't tell you, it's not back there, right? And then I was like, that's interesting. And then I literally walked up to the same young man, and I was like, excuse me, can you help me? And he literally with a sigh, he's like, what can I do for you? I said, well, look, if you're too busy, I get it. Like, I don't want to disturb you. I'll come back. And he's like, no, sir, what do you need? And I was like, look, I'm just looking for this. If you have time, if not, I can come back. And he's like, well, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I'm looking for this He-Man figure, right? And he's like, oh, Okay, I'll be right back. And he ran to the back. In the 1 minute, he came back and he said, I found this. Is this what you're looking for? And I opened it, and he opened it up for. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. And he's like, and he was like, yeah, all right, no worries, thanks for that. And I said, dude, I really appreciate this. And he says, you know what? You just have to be nice. That's what it is. You just have to be cool to people. The other guy was a dick, right? And if you let me say this: if anybody actually watched Ant-Man this past weekend, you're gonna understand what I'm saying here. Don't be a dick. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. Anybody who watched Ant-Man this weekend, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be a dick. Okay, don't be a dick. Darren, don't be a dick. I'm gonna say it that way. That's what
Right.
I'm gonna say. Don't be a dick, Darren. Toy Sorceress, do you agree? Like, are we going to an online model?
I think that's probably going to be the most efficient and cost-effective way to keep the line going for Origins, because it seems that that one, like Oz mentioned, has a harder time with their distribution, and I don't know what the reason is for it. And it seems that they overship some things and it clogs pegs, and we can't get new waves. So there's a finite amount of collectors out there who want the Origins figures. Once they get that wave, it's going to move on and it'll sit on the shelf. So I think the best way to do it as an online model, or doing these kind of temporary shippers, and they sell out of that product and it moves on. That'll be probably the best way to get the latest figures out to us.
Absolutely. It's really where I see things going. Probably one of the best moves they can do. I love doing the toy hunts. I love getting out there in the store. I love seeing the product on the shelf. It makes me feel like a kid again, getting excited, going down that toy aisle. Lately, I've just been getting disappointment, because I walk down there, I see a lot of toys, just things I'm not collecting. I'm very limited. I go strictly for MotU, unless it's something I'm getting for my son or somebody else. I'm not looking for anything else in store. And so going online just makes it a lot easier, and there's no wasted gas. Yeah, I pay a little bit extra in shipping, but you're still making all that money when you're driving around. I live in a highly, highly densely populated area, tons of Walmarts. And you know what? I just really, really enjoy doing the toy hunts, but there's nothing in it anymore. Nothing in it whatsoever.
Again, sorry, I'm on mute again. Having said that, I do believe that the end cap solution might be something that we can look into. I mean, like, seriously, this thing was loaded and gone within I'd say about it took a month and a half, but it was gone, right? And it was really encouraging. And of course, seeing something that big in the aisles is just gorgeous, and I loved it. And I was able to, and at the end of the day, I was able to take it home. So. You all right there, Ross?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just taking care of something in the chat.
Got you. Oz, do me a favor, if you have a sec, just start flashing some more comments on the screen, because
Sure.
I think we should move on to the next. I've started a whole bunch of them, so if you want to just start flashing those ones up,
You got it, brother. I'm on it.
Thank you very much. All right, so you know what? Let's continue on with our examination of what was showcased on ToyHabits.com. Thanks to Canal dos Mineiros one more time. Don't want to forget that these guys are the ones who helped us out with this. There he is. There is the 40th anniversary. There's the flocked Mossman, and this is the one that I think a lot of people are most concerned about in multiple regards. I'm just going to close some windows here, guys, just because I've got way too many tabs up.
Looks like my browser.
Pizza He-Man. Anyway, I'm going to keep him up just because he's so cool. The Mossman, guys. This is one I think everyone's scared for this guy. He's been marketed as a deluxe figure, if I'm not mistaken. I'm hoping he comes with this backing card. Just between the three of us. I'm hoping he comes with his backing card. They need to market this as well. This thing's amazing. And yeah, either that or sell it separately. I'll buy this thing. But yeah, he's definitely a deluxe figure, guys. Is this something? I know what Sorceress is going to say, but what do you guys? Is this guy going to be one of the hardest guys to get when he finally hits Walmart? He is going to be on the pegs. We know that for sure.
Well, I'm not sure we'll ever see him on the pegs, but he's going to be extremely hard. However, I think in like 6 months, 7 months, he'll be on all the shelves, kind of like Flocked Panther was. Extremely limited, really hard to find at first, and then next thing you know, every store's got 3 or 4 of them.
I don't know. To me, I mean, I have been clamoring for Mossman for the longest time. He's one of my favorite figures. And I'm just knowing that it's a Walmart exclusive is giving me like major FOMO. Because I think he's going to be incredibly hard to get.
I agree. I agree with that. He's definitely going to be really hard to get at first. But I've got faith that over time, he's going to be more readily and easily available. But nobody at that point is going to really need them because we've all had the FOMO hit and we bought them on eBay and other third-party markets paying double.
Yep.
Because that's the collector
Same thing
way.
happened with Flying Fist He-Man. I couldn't wait to get him. You know, that shiny back metal armor on there. And now, you just see him sitting around on pegs and you can get him everywhere online.
Yeah, absolutely. He's so easy to come by now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's one of those things, just like really, really, I'm excited for this figure. I think like Jay, I'd love to see it come on some kind of display like this, even if it doesn't like come on this necessarily as a display.
Mm-hmm.
Palette Toy used to sell all those cardboard kind of play sets and displays, and Legends of Dragonor is doing that right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like some of these other companies could be doing more with that. I mean, Extreme Sets, they're doing really well, and it's just cardboard. Absolutely just cardboard.
I mean, I think that would have been fantastic. If this had been a Mattel Creations exclusive, I definitely could see some kind of special packaging for Mossman. Maybe some kind of display like this could have been a possibility. But it going to Walmart, most likely it'll be on the standard deluxe size card back and with his bubble, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it would be so cool to get him like this.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see him like even in that Eternia Guard style because there's no extra body parts. It's just the extra head. Maybe with the armor, but again, we've seen bigger accessories in those deluxe figures like Flying Fist He-Man and Terraclaw Skeletor. So, and we already know they can pack these simple accessories in the back of the box just like they normally do on everything. So it wouldn't be too hard, but this is still probably one of my most anticipated figures of 2023, though. I gotta have him in hand.
Definitely. I just had that kind of like fear that like I freaked out when they announced he was a Walmart exclusive. My heart sank.
Me too. Yeah, I was like, I'll never see him.
You know what? I think that we will see him. I don't know what kind of condition he's going to be in by the time we see him. That's, I think, my biggest fear. And the thing is that, and in this particular case, the type of cardboard that they're using these days is questionable. I mean, it's not that thick. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest problem. And I understand you're cutting costs, whatever it is, but I think that if they use just a little bit slightly better cardboard, I think that people would not be nearly as concerned about how it's shipped, right? But as it is, those things are so fragile. It's not even funny. I mean, it's not nearly as fragile as Hasbro G.I. Joe cardbacks, but it's still pretty flimsy in my opinion.
I mean, I've gotten the G.I. Joe retro classified figures where they came literally folded in half, and there's plenty of room for them. I'm like, are people doing this on purpose? Do they get joy out of folding up our collectibles? I don't know. There's no explanation for it, but I'm fearful of that too.
I just picture all the bully jocks from the 80s now being angry and working as a shipper at Walmart, not having got anywhere in life. They see all of us collectors with our YouTube channels, and this is their revenge. It's definitely not what's happening, but sometimes I wonder about these things.
Sometimes, I mean, it's not. Sometimes when you get something, there's no possible way it could have happened in the shipper box. Like,
yeah,
I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
we covered it on the site, and there's some incredibly ridiculous folded and mangled packaging that just did not happen on the FedEx truck or whatever.
I agree. So I wanted to point out, follow McFly Toys Oniji on IG. Got it. Now there we go. I can read. So you guys think Mossman will be part of the next Walmart Collectors Con?
Oh God, I hope not. Oh man, all the okay. So I have not kept it a secret how I feel about what's it called? Big retailers pretending that they're conventions. I have not been quiet about that. I think it's ridiculous. Target Holothon is just a freaking disaster. Okay, and half the time with Target they cancel your order anyway. So what the heck? Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Walmart, to their credit, is probably a little bit better, but their shipping practices are just horrendous. So it's the lesser of two evils. It's just to me it's just ridiculous. What are your thoughts, guys?
Yeah, first of all, it's hard to get something from Walmart, and if you're lucky enough to actually get it in your cart and check out, then it just gets delayed, and then Walmart cancels your order. So there's not a lot of hope with them. I've been trying to get this like 12-inch TMNT Michelangelo. They released these new retro jumbo figures, and Mikey was a Walmart exclusive, and the rest are out at Target and Amazon. And the same thing happened to me. I finally snagged one, and a few days later they canceled my order. So having things be Walmart exclusives is extremely excruciating to me. I have no hope that I'll get my product from them. Just no faith in them at all.
Right. I agree. My sister just recently got back into toy collecting, and she does more of like the Princess of Power and everything like that. And she was noticing that she could pre-order, I believe it was Shadow Weaver at Target. It wasn't available at the time. And I just had to recommend to her, don't do it. They're going to cancel your order. You're going to re-pre-order, and then they're going to cancel that one. Meanwhile, it'll eventually show up in store, and you won't buy it because you have it on pre-order. So you think you're going to get it, and then it'll get canceled. Just stay away.
Their practices have been pretty bad. I mean, at Target, once in a while they do cancel some orders, but at least they give you a little bit of a fighting chance. They've, like with the Tiger Force classified figures, they kept sending, delay notices, and they gave you a day or two to click in there and say, do you approve the delay? And then if you didn't get to it, then they would cancel your order. But at least they allowed you a chance to keep the order on file. Walmart, they just send you an email. Sorry, we're not sending your product. And that's pretty cruel.
Yeah, it can be very, very frustrating with any of these companies. It's crazy. What do you guys think about this tongue-in-cheek, very, very cheeky idea that obviously Mossman? We all recognize that Mossman was just a retool of Beastman. But what are you guys' thoughts about including Beastman's armor set and the additional swapped head? I personally think it's genius. What do you guys think?
I thought it was a good idea. I really enjoyed it. I thought, personally, I like it. I just wish that he had like that flocked beard look. Like, I would have been fine if they left the top of it, bald looking. I'm bald. I like it. But, I just wish this part of it had been flocked, since there is, fur there. So I think it would have been good.
I definitely agree with that.
I did want to address at least one comment in the chat, if I could here, Jay.
Go ahead.
It was strictly tongue-in-cheek, CPT is me. I'm certainly not downing anybody who worked at Walmart. I worked there myself, so I know what the struggle is, and it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, again, things get lost in translation a lot. We're all here. We're all part of this community, and one of the things we always want to promote is tolerance. Tolerance is probably the biggest thing that we need to promote in any regards, and that really comes down to the idea that we're all human beings, guys.
Yep.
We're all people. We all have feelings, right? And yeah, there is of course the idea that you should just grow up and be an adult, but at the end of the day, adults have feelings too, right? So we just need to have some tolerance and some understanding. So that's where we are at this stage. One thing I did want to say, I want to give a huge shout. Sorry, guys, could you both go on mute for a second? I just wanted to give a huge shout out to, of course, the reason why we're able to see all these great things. Guys, definitely give Canal dos Rosmineiros, the dynamic duo of Canal dos Rosmineiros, a like and a follow on their YouTube channel and their Instagram. Guys, these guys work really, really hard in the background, and they've been able to uncover and just give us so many great gifts in terms of what we've been able to see come true. And this is the key too. It's everything that they've actually said has more or less come true. Now, of course, there are hit and misses here and there, but come on, it came, like, most of the stuff that they've said has come true. Guys, definitely give them a like and a follow on their Instagram page, Canal dos Rosmineiros on Instagram, and of course, definitely give them a like and a follow on their YouTube page. You guys will not regret it. Let's take a look at their introduction. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, guys, definitely give them a like and a follow on their YouTube page, Canal dos Rosmineiros. They're a great bunch of guys, and honestly, if you watch any of their episodes, even if you don't understand Portuguese, their passion and dedication to Master the Universe is top notch. You will not regret it. Huge shout out to Canal dos Rosmineiros. Thank you guys so much for all the hard work you guys do. Honestly, we cannot thank you enough. Honestly, we need to keep that going as much as possible. Head over to Instagram and YouTube, and definitely give them a like and a follow. And just in case you guys don't know, this is how you spell Canal dos Rosmineiros, because many of us are having a hard time. Obviously, non-native Portuguese speakers. It's Canal dos Rosmineiros. Okay, so just so you guys can find them, that's how you spell it. And definitely, guys, head over there and give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay, Oz, and Oztradamus Toyz and the Toy Habits sent you, because honestly, huge shout out to these guys. And we have someone from Brazil in the chat. Great, welcome, my friend. Hey, Oz is taking over the show. Okay, let's continue with the rest of the releases. We're getting close now. So this is Lord Grasp. And this is actually this was a tease that we found out on numerous backing cards, and because he's a bunch of reused, and once again, just like Toy Sorceress had mentioned earlier, he is another one of those kit bashed kind of figures. Toy Sorceress, why don't you take us through? Oh yeah, damn it, wrong one. Who is Grasp, and how
so
do we?
He's also a character that was supposed to continue in the Powers of Grayskull line. I think he was some kind of emissary between Skeletor and King Hiss. That was kind of his storyline. And of course, you can see he is a kit bash of parts using Clawful's giant claw and kind of the standard MotU buck. But the first place that we saw him teased on the Origins line was really on the CamoCon amazing trifold artwork. And you saw him with his other fellow Snakeman on there. You can see Terror next to him, and I forget the other gentleman's name, the other Snakeman character in the center there, but we do have it on our article. But they were prominently featured on the CamoCon card back art. You can see Terror there and Lord Grasp as well. So we got a lot of teases actually out of that CamoCon card art that were from the Powers of Grayskull line. So my hope is, and this is just my hope, I don't know if it's true, I'm not saying anything, but 2023 was the Rise of the Snakeman. I'm hoping 2024 is the Powers of Grayskull. And the reason I say that is we have all these hints on CamoCon's card art, but also if you remember the Eternia playset live stream, they did flash a picture of a sketch of the box for Eternia, and who was featured right there in the center of it Laser Power He-Man, Laser Light Skeletor. So we've been getting a lot of hits for the Powers of Grayskull line. So I'm hoping that's what's coming next, because we've got like all these kind of characters popping up, and we do have, you know, the 2 Laser Light characters also featured on this card back. But that's Lord Grass' story. And then the next time we saw him, he's on the back of the Snake Trooper package, right there on the card art, big as day. So he easily could be redone. It's a new head, and then the rest are reused parts.
That's incredible. Sorry, I was just sending a message.
Okay.
I was just sending a message out. But yeah, we've luckily we've seen and he was most recently featured. Sorry if you covered that already, but he was mostly recently featured in that the final leak that we saw earlier this week with somebody
the
remind
Snake
me.
Trooper.
That's right, the Snake Trooper. Sorry, I wasn't I wasn't 100% listening. So yes, this is very exciting that we're actually getting confirmation that Lord Grasp is actually. And I was joking on my. I was sorry, guys. Could you both go on mute? I was joking on my on my my video that I think he's kind of like a scummy lawyer. You know what I mean? He basically you know, as Toyz said, he negotiated this truce, right, to get the Snake Man and the Horde to attack the heroes of the what's it called, the heroic warriors, and it ended up being that what's called Skeletor's forces as well as the heroes of Eternia had to join forces to push back their common foe with that. Oz and I are fighting right now. Back.
I did it. I'm doing it.
No, you're doing it. Okay, you do it. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. All right, you want to give a huge shout out to Squirrel, Scrabbit, I believe Scrabbit one. I apologize, my friend. SQ Rabbit 1, but I believe it's Squabbit. Yeah, there you go, Squabbit 1. For the $2 super chat, thank you, my friend. Look at all those browser tabs. Oh my god, yes. Look at all my browser tabs. But this is all queued up, ready to go, so we can see all these wonderful images that have been prepared for us by Toy Habits. But guys, once again, if you want to read these articles for yourself and really take a deep dive into all this, head over to toyhabits.com and give them a like and a follow. Definitely huge. You'll get a much better insight as to everything we're talking about here today. Right now, we're just doing a quick overview on most of this stuff right now. Shall we move on, guys? What do you think?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Well, actually, Oz, did you want to say anything with Lord Grasp? Oh,
Well, I just love the fact that, again, I wasn't too sure because they've teased some stuff on the back of the boxes that we still have yet to see. And you know what? That's all fine and good. They don't have to put everything out there. But when you've got these types of characters where they're reusing pieces from existing figures that are already out with zero new tooling, I think we need to see them come out. Like, I really want, these are the kind of characters where it's like, guys, this is just easy for you. Do it. And you're printing money for us, or from us rather, because we're going to buy it. We're going to go for it.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, guys. I think we might actually have. Well, okay. So, hold on. Please check your mic needs to be connected or camera. Okay, hold on, guys. A special guest is coming in. Let's see if we can get them all set up, because I'm going to just send one more message, because this is for me, this is very exciting. I think for all of us, it's going to be very exciting. This is gonna be fun. But anyway, yes, 100%. Oz. I mean, he does have Squeeze's head. He's got as Toyz mentioned earlier, he's got Squeeze's head. He's got Clawful's claw. You know, he's got a standard body here. He's got the cape, which can probably be reused from Scareglow. That's right, guys. And of course the standard legs. Again, he's easy. He's a relatively easy figure, but it also confirms for us, as we talked about earlier, that Squeeze is actually going to be coming to the line. That is exciting, and I think that we can really look forward to that 100%. Yeah, let's move on, guys. Too bad. Thanks to Canal dos Mineiros, has been confirmed according to this list. Guys, I'm really excited for Too Bad. I mean, like, honestly, he's one of my absolute favorite figures of the line. I always used to play that game of stop hitting yourself with the original figure, because that's exactly what he could do. He could literally start, punching himself left and right, really hard too. And I would always love playing that with this particular version of Too Bad. Do you want to give a shout out to the artist here, Toy Sorceress?
Yeah. So I believe this is Stronix Customs.
Yes.
Who did this one? And they do some incredible custom work. We do source them a lot. We thank them for their work. We do credit them for that as well. And Stronix has been doing some incredible Origins customs lately that are just fantastic. I mean, that depth and the paint applications that they have, and how they achieved this version of Too Bad is incredible. I don't know if they took parts and pieces of a vintage one and kind of melded it with an Origins body, but it looks fantastic. And so Too Bad has been teased a couple times already for us, and most recently on one of our Wave 12 card backs. So he is, again, another mainline figure, main character that we yet to see in the Origins line. So we're not done yet. We need Too Bad, we need Cyclone, we need Mossman. There's a lot of characters to go. We're not all at deep cuts yet. We've got these main guys that has to join the line.
Oz?
Can't wait to go ahead and get Too Bad. As a matter of fact, I was just holding up my vintage here, giving you your little stop hitting yourself action, Jay, because I know you love it. But yeah, I've been waiting. I'm excited to see how they're really going to pull it off. I think this is a great example of what they can do. And I'm really, really hoping that I want it to at least have the feature. Like, I enjoy the feature, but I'm not going to be mad as long as the figure looks close to the original if it doesn't have the feature. Because I do dig the pop and swap, and I think it'd be fun to make, do something with popping the heads off of this guy and maybe putting some different heads on him, like, having Beastman and Mossman on there or something. Give me a two-headed buck, which also kind of leads into other leaks too with that kind of thought. So, but the modularity with the line could just make a whole lot of fun with a Too Bad buck.
And speaking of Modulok, if you recall, the Frogmonger that we just got, there was a leak sketch from I don't know if it was Axel Jimenez or one of the artists that do MotU Origins, but it was calling out different parts of Frogmonger to be also used for Modulok. So you got the torso, that's the same, and the arms and the legs as well. And then if we have this two-headed body from Too Bad, there you go. You can do a lot of cool stuff with that.
Yep.
Absolutely. This is very exciting. And as reported by Toy Habits, he ended up showing up on the backing card of the comic book version of Roboto. So very, very exciting. I just can't believe this. It's an exciting time to be a Master Universe fan, bar none.
Last couple of years have been really amazing for anybody who grew up with this brand and loved it back then. And what a time to actually be able to get back into it, where most of us are in a more financially stable situation where we can actually try to enjoy this. And then we have kids that we get to pass it down to, which is one of the best things about these toys.
Yeah. And also, I was just going to say, Too Bad has been teased before. He showed up on the Battlefield Warriors artwork as well. If you remember that, the pack for the Battlefield Warrior battle armor, He-Man and Battle Cat. So Too Bad showed up on there as well. And now it's like, and he was much smaller on that card art. So it's kind of Mattel's MO. The bigger and the more prominent they start showing the characters on the card backs, the closer we probably are to getting them. That's kind of my theory anyway.
Right. And he was also on, wasn't it, Terrorclaw Skeletor, I think, as well, with Spikor?
Yes. Yep.
So, I mean, 3 card backs, well, 3 pieces of box art, rather. It's a pretty big tease. Last time we saw action like that with a character, it was Frogmonger.
That's so true. And Spikor actually is on our leak list as well.
I can't wait for him.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm just.
That's okay.
It's all right, Jay. We know you're handling some stuff here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spikor actually showed up on our Wave 14 leak list, which is incredible, and I can't wait for him. And again, he is another mainline character that we yet to see in our Origins line. So he'll be an exciting one to get, and I think that's going to be a nice mix of the Wave as well. Along with Squeeze and the Snake Armor Man at Arms. And I don't know if they're going to interchange, Cyclone or the Snake Infiltrator guard. But Spikor is definitely a fan favorite that we all want to get.
Right. I agree. And he actually made the Terror Claws with Skeletor. So it was very, very fitting that they put him on that package. I've always thought that was a pretty cool connection there. And I thought it was great that they put that in. Now, Pop Actor has a very interesting idea for how we would see a mechanism for the punch with Too Bad. And I think that could work. A little bit more spring-loaded action that we've all severely missed in this line. I'm glad they finally gave it to us with Thunder Punch He-Man, but I wish they hadn't waited that long.
Yeah, definitely. And part of that, as you know, is getting the line going, making sure that it's thriving, that it's earning money. And as the line did back in the 80s, the better the line did, the more unique the tooling was, the more unique characters we got, and the less, reuse of parts as the line got healthier and healthier and was able to afford to expand into kind of those more unique items. So that's probably why we didn't get, the action feature sooner. But again, following the lineage of our vintage figures, Thunder Punch He-Man came much later in the line, as he did here. But that would be incredible to get that spring action on his arms.
Absolutely.
So the winding things down for the last few releases, Extendar. Holy crap, guys! There we go. There's my T-shirt. That is going to be pretty crazy. And oh my God, guys, please help me welcome our a very, very special. And this is going to be. We hope we can get some. We hope we can welcome them properly. But guys, please help us welcome very special guests. Canal dos Rosmineiros, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, hola. Como van?
How are you? Not all heroes wear capes.
Gente, seria prazer. I'm sorry. Desculpa eu não poder falar a língua de vocês. Eu gostaria muito de estar aqui conversando com todos vocês, né? Eu quero mandar um abraço a cada um de vocês. Jay, Toy Sorcerers, e agradecer a todo mundo que está apoiando o nosso trabalho, né? A galera do chat, queria convidá-los também a participarem do nosso Canal dos Rosmineiros, e dizer que é um enorme prazer estar com vocês aqui. O que mais, Brendo?
É uma pena realmente a gente não poder compartilhar da mesma língua, né? Para dessa forma poder estar compartilhando do nosso amor por MotU. Mas independente da língua, eu acho que esse amor fala mais alto, né? Transcende realmente aí as nossas nacionalidades. Então é um prazer estar aqui com vocês, é um prazer realmente poder falar daquilo que a gente ama. Infelizmente, as nossas coleções aqui no Brasil estão defasadas, mas a gente está com muita esperança de que daqui a pouquinho a Mattel repone e a gente consiga estar aí em dia com as nossas coleções. Mas olha, assim, como o Solon falou, né? O convite está aberto todos vocês que participam aqui da live, para conhecer o canal dos Rosmineiros. E de coração dizer muito obrigado por nós estarmos fazendo essa parceria tão importante para nós.
Gostaria de dizer também que em breve espero que a gente possa estar numa live todos juntos, com um tradutor, é claro, né? Com um tradutor, para ajudar a gente a poder fazer essa comunicação aí que é tão importante, a gente poder falar daquilo que a gente mais gosta. E eu estou vendo a galera, nossos inscritos, nossos amigos aqui, né, apoiando nosso trabalho. Alex Paiva, thank you very much. E, gente, muito obrigado pelo apoio que vocês dão ao nosso trabalho, né? A credibilidade que vocês dão àquilo que a gente fala. Muito obrigado mesmo, é um enorme prazer a gente fazer esse trabalho, reunir, né, essa galera que gosta de Masters of the Universe. É muito importante, já que por muito tempo, né, nós nos sentíamos sozinhos, gostando, curtindo e colecionando, e agora a gente tem vocês para apoiar esse trabalho, para estar com a gente. Olha só, Kelsen Fonseca, abraços do Brasil, um abraço a todos que estão nos assistindo e saibam que a gente está muito feliz aqui com vocês, né? Somos todos mestres do universo, somos todos heróis aqui, isso tenho certeza.
A gente só tem que agradecer, como o Solon falou, né, ao nosso público que é fiel. Toda sexta-feira no canal dos Rosmineiros nós temos aí o Jornal MotU. E é um grande prazer poder compartilhar com todos vocês as informações e dizer que o jornal é feito pelos nossos inscritos, né? Que os nossos inscritos é que realmente nos trouxeram até aqui, onde nós estamos hoje. Pretendemos aí ainda galgar muito e muito mais, né? Então, muito obrigado a todos os inscritos, obrigado a vocês, os nossos parceiros, que a gente possa ainda levar essa parceria aí por muitos e muitos anos, que essa linha, que a Mattel perdure aí, as linhas MotU por muitos e muitos anos, até quem sabe depois do aniversário da She-Ra, né, Salom?
Sim, sim. Obrigado, saludos, thank you, né? Mega J Retro, seu canal é incrível. Eu espero que a galera que está nos acompanhando aqui do Brasil traduza tudo que a gente esteja falando aí para vocês, tá? Olha o Alan Coelho, muito obrigado, MotU's Life. Então, thank you very much. Arthur.
Thank you guys for being here. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You know what? We're trying to be international here. We want to say thank you so much, but thank you so much. There are some Brazilian and Portuguese speaking individuals in the chat. I know we didn't plan this, but you know, it's no matter what, it's just wonderful to have you guys on the thing. If you can understand me, so many people are saying that that you are their heroes. That really appreciate all the work that you guys have put in to get this information to us. Toy Sorceress has of course, myself, Oz, we love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely incredible. We really appreciate all the wonderful news. Christopher says they're basically saying thank you to Jay and the community. Thank you for being able to share the info with all, etc. Thank you, Christopher. If you know, guys, we need to, once we get a translator, one that can help us. I would love to have you guys back, please. Please come back to the stream. I think maybe even with Michael and all of us, we can definitely have a good time together. It's just wonderful to see your faces. You know, it's great to see you guys. Thank you so much. We're worlds apart, and yet we can still do these great things. You guys have done amazing work. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. You guys are amazing, guys. Please follow these guys. Follow Canal dos Mineiros. You know, they need the likes. Get them up to 5,000 followers, guys. This is very important. They have an Instagram page. They have a YouTube page. My friends, please tell all your Portuguese speaking fans out there how they can subscribe and support you right now, please.
Gente, quero agradecer mais uma vez a oportunidade de estar aqui com vocês. É realmente uma honra para a gente, né? Que está fazendo esse trabalho desde o início do retorno da He-Man Mania, né? Então, quero agradecer a todos que estão nos assistindo, né? Agradecer aos fãs brasileiros que estão aqui também. Olha só, Arthur, tem uma galera aqui que a gente chamou. Todos vocês que estão no chat e você, Jay, que nos convidou para estar aqui hoje, né? E também quero convidar você que ainda não está inscrito no canal dos Rosmineiros a se inscreverem, né? A gente tenta fazer o melhor, trazer as melhores notícias, as notícias mais quentes de Masters of the Universe para vocês. Toy Sorcerers, um abraço, um beijo, Michael, and more, né?
Isso aí, muito obrigado a todos vocês, obrigado, amigo, pelo convite. Né? Fica aqui o convite a todos vocês que estão participando da live para também virem participar. Com um tradutor, é lógico, aqui da nossa live no Brasil. Vai ser um prazer poder receber vocês. E obrigado a todos os fãs que estão aí presentes, os nossos amigos que estão participando dessa live maravilhosa. Muito obrigado e um forte abraço.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys being here, and it's great to see your faces, and we love you guys. We really do. Toy Sorcerers, do you want, and Oz, do you want to say anything to the guys over at Canal dos Mineiros?
Hola, Canal dos Mineiros. I understand a tiny little bit of Portuguese because I do speak Spanish. I'm from Argentina, so your next door neighbor. I've been through Brazil. It's a beautiful country. Thank you so much for all the news that you share. You guys have a fantastic channel. Everyone give them a like and a subscribe, and make sure to check out their Instagram page and their YouTube channel. They're fantastic. You guys are just keeping the community informed. So thank you so much for being on. Michael sends us thank you as well. He's out on assignment right now, so that's why he couldn't be here tonight. But my magnificent partner over at Toy Habits, Michael, can't do it without him. But we both want to send abrazos gigantes, big hugs to you guys. And thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, Christopher says, Jay, they are thankful for the opportunity and thankful to everyone, all the Brazilians in the chat, and go check out their channel, Toy Sorceress. They send you big hugs and big kisses. Of course, thank you guys so much for this. This is incredible. This is incredible. Okay, so guys, definitely give Canal dos Mineiros all your love and support, especially, and huge thanks to Christopher Bays for translating that. Once we have a proper translator, we definitely want to have Canal dos Mineiros back on the stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. There was one question. I'm not sure if it was an actual question, but guys, if you want to answer this, please do. Can you see that?
O Arthur tá falando que tá entendendo, mas que estão falando muito rápido. Gente, gostaria muito, imensamente, né, de poder estar aqui entendendo o que vocês estão falando, e também gostaria que vocês estivessem entendendo que a gente está super honrado, né, de poder estar aqui. Realmente é uma honra a gente poder estar aqui com pessoas tão queridas, gentis, né, e incríveis como vocês, que trazem também muitas notícias exclusivas, que compartilham tudo aquilo que está rolando no universo de Masters of the Universe. Então, muito obrigado, e obrigado a você que está nos assistindo no domingo à noite, às 11 horas, que é 11 horas aqui no Brasil, né? Eu realmente não sei quais são as horas daí, mas quero agradecer a todos pelo apoio ao nosso trabalho. Muito obrigado mesmo.
Obrigado, gente. Obrigado por tudo. E fica de pé aí o convite. Vamos esperar vocês com o tradutor para que a gente possa realmente se entender, né? E a gente vai conseguir se entender, porque falar de motor é falar do coração, né, Solon?
Isso mesmo, gente.
Um forte abraço.
Então, quem não está inscrito no canal dos Rosmineiros, por favor, se inscreva. E a gente vai ficando por aqui e mandando um beijo a todos. Um abraço a todos e fiquem com Deus.
Thank you guys so much for that. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. Guys,
thank you.
Huge thanks to Canal dos Mineiros for being here tonight. Guys, thank you so much. And I hope you guys will come back very, very soon. Thank you. Muchas gracias. That's the best I can do for you.
Muchas gracias.
That was great, Jay. Abrazos, muchas gracias.
Abraço.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon, okay? All right. You guys are welcome to stay if you'd like, and just, but no, there you go. Okay. Wow. Wow, what an incredible opportunity to have the great Canal dos Mineiros in the chat. Holy crap, that to me, wow, guys, I don't know about you, but I was touched by that. I really was. Christopher says he doesn't give him time to translate as fast. It's okay. Don't worry about it, Christopher. We do thank you for trying. So thank you so much for that. Christopher says what Arthur said is that they spoke so fast. What was the question? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christopher. Yeah, we need to slow down, and we need to again. This was a very off the cuff kind of thing. I saw them in the chat. I invited them on, and I'm so glad they actually came on. It must be nerve wracking and very very scary to come onto a chat when again you're not a native speaker of English, and of course we want to speak with them, but this is just a very very off the cuff kind of thing. And I'm just so glad that they came on board. Wonderful exchange that we had. You know what? On that note, though, we've been going on for about 2 hours now. Let's really quickly go through the last segments so that it's been a great day. Like honestly, that was just the icing on top. I never thought we would get to see Canal dos Mineiros in person. Arthur Fiado Man Dohiman says, I want you to know that all of us in Brazil love your work, and this is a great opportunity to talk to you about these amazing US channels. Thank you, Arthur. Really appreciate you translating that segment. Incredible. To everyone who gave us a small translation, Christopher, Arthur, Helder, thank you so much, guys. You guys really did give us that little bit extra that we needed for to get messages across. Obviously, Canal dos Mineiros can understand a little bit, but we speak very very fast, so unfortunately they ended up having a slight difficult time at the end, but that's okay. One of these days we'll get them back on the channel, and we will definitely have a wonderful conversation with the guys over at Canal dos Mineiros. Wonderful guys. All right, so Extendar, this guy's gonna be crazy. Guys, thoughts on Extendar?
Well, I think automatically he's kind of the secret to giving us Spikor. Spikor had that extending arm trident, and it's kind of that same gimmick here for the forearms into the hands. So if we can get a Spikor with the feature, we can get an Extendar with the feature. I mean, it may be some pop and swap involved with it, kind of a neck a la Mechaneck or Ratlore. But I don't see any reason why they couldn't do the legs and do the arms.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that easily working with, smaller extension pieces that they kind of did like on Rattler or Mechaneck. So that could easily be done to do Extendar. And I see him being probably like a Mattel Creations exclusive, because he will be a little bit more expensive. And maybe they'll put him on one of those, trifold card backs just to kind of cover the cost. It'll be like probably one of the $30 price point figures, because he has all that extra tooling and parts included on him. But that would be super exciting to get this guy.
I think the trifold card back would be good too, because he has that, they could do the artwork for kind of that story with Extendar as well as Dragstore, that they were friends and then they got operated on by the Horde. I think that would actually be a really, really unique way to tell that story.
Definitely.
As much as I would love for all of that to happen, I think unfortunately the character really does lend himself well to the pop out parts. You know what I mean? I think that's unfortunately what's actually going to happen with this one. I think they'll tool new arms, but they probably will just be detachable at the wrist or the elbow, and they'll extend him that way. But if they actually are able to work in a gimmick, I would love for that. That would be just absolutely over the moon for that one. It's gonna be lots of fun. And yes, Unicron's Left Knot does actually bring up a good point. That's exactly how classic Extendar is. He's just pop out parts, which is what both of you guys were saying too at the beginning of this. Actually, you were mentioning it more with the next character, which is of course Modulok. Modulok has been teased on multiple backing cards, and we are definitely only 2 or 3 parts away from actually completing Modulok. There's not much left of him. We've got we've got Modulok. He's in the bag. Like he's definitely going to come. He is just a hodgepodge of different parts. But unlike his 1985 counterpart, I think that we have enough parts now to make a full blown Modulok. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we have those newer parts that we just got from Frogmonger, and you know that his double-headed neck could just be a little extension piece, which is really easy for them to do. That tail, you know, they could use what they did for Whiplash. There's all sorts of parts that are already ready to go for Modulok, so I think we're really close to getting him. And he was teased on the Sorceress card back, Toy Sorceress, and also Horde has card back, so that's been a while. The Evil Horde is yet not to be complete, so we do need Modulok to finish that off. And how great would it be to get a Fright Zone too? I mean, come on, Mattel.
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. We're gonna get it.
We all need a new puppet snake that doesn't fall apart.
Absolutely. Oz, what are your thoughts?
We need Modulok. That's really all I can say. I mean, we need him. He's such a great character, and honestly, since Origins has started, it's all been about pop and swap, which is exactly what this character is from the ground up. So they've already got a system in place for popping different parts on and off. There's not a lot they have to work with as far as figuring out engineering. You know, they've got, again, the majority of the pieces are already done. Need a couple of new heads, maybe a few small pieces here and there, and that's it. You know, we've got this guy. So I am really, really hoping that we see him come out. Again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this were something like a Mattel Creations exclusive again, because he's a little bit more of a deluxe style character because all the parts. But, you know, he's got to be on the way.
I totally agree. And again, we've already got you know, as a base, we've already got Modulok's. We've already got Mantana's legs, which we only need 2 more pieces from that. We've already got you know, the body, the torso from Frogmonger. We've got the arms from. I'm not, maybe not the arms yet, but that's easy to do. And again, it's only a few parts away from actually doing it. And honestly, he's a great character. I don't know if he's going to have as many options as he did in the original box set. I'm not sure this is going to be possible at all. But I mean, seriously, he's a must-have in terms of the Evil Horde. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, actually I could be wrong, but I think in the Filmation cartoon he only had 4 legs, just to make it easier for animation. So I think that like I'd be fine with Mantana. A 4-legged version of that anyway.
Definitely.
Just to save on cost. I think that would be fine with me. Guys, holy crap. Holy crap, everybody. Like this has been an incredible stream. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Huge surprise and so blessed to be able to have Canal dos Mineiros, who is of course the whole point of this live stream, show up as to say hi and thank you. And of course, guys, if you are if you understand Portuguese, and even if you don't, definitely head over to Canal dos Mineiros. They have a great channel, and watching their enthusiasm, watching them do the unboxings and everything, you just get that sense that they really care and that you guys will love their channel. You don't have to worry about that. Guys, I want to thank my very special guests, of course, Oztradamus Toyz and Toy Sorceress. Guys, please let us know how we can check out your channels. Oz, take it away.
Well, guys, you know you can find me on IG as well as Twitter and here on YouTube at Oztradamus Toyz. You can see me on Skelevator's channel every Thursday night for Toy Frenzy, always a fun time, as well as Oztradamus Toyz Live every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So definitely check me out there. And once a month, we do a recording for the Power of Eternia podcast that can be found on the Power of Eternia YouTube channel as well, with myself, that's Bobby Vintage MotU, as well as Adam from Battle Ram blog, who I'm sure many of you guys are already familiar with. So definitely check us out. Plus, I'm always bound to pop up here on Mega J Retro or MJR Collector. You never know where I'm going to be.
Yeah, eventually, one of these days, I will actually say Oztradamus Toyz instead of whatever I've been saying for the last hour and a half. So anyway, guy Oz, thank you so much for being here tonight. Of course, it's all good fun between us. It's we love Oz. Oz is
Yeah.
awesome. Toy Sorceress, please let us know how we can contact you, and of course, Toy Habits. Please let us know.
You can reach Michael and I at toyhabits.com. We have a great website for all the news, reviews, and great shop pages for MotU, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, DC, Star Wars. We're constantly building out the line. And I want to give a huge shout out to my partner, Michael. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary of the Toy Habits website working together. And he's out on assignment, so he couldn't be here tonight, but he's an incredible partner, such a fun friend, great person to work with. He's the backbone of the operation for Toy Habits. Without him, we wouldn't be where we are. So I wanted to give him a big shout out. You can find us on Instagram as well at Toy Habits website, or you can go to Toy Sorceress on Instagram as well and find me there. So either Instagram channel you can reach us at. Make sure to check out toyhabits.com. We went through extensive work to put together these amazing shop pages to help the collectors find all of the figures that they want for your favorite lines, because we find all those hidden links, and we organized everything of all the different lines on there. Origins, Masterverse, Classified, Vintage figures, Thundercats, Ultimates, everything you can want. And we've got links for, Target, Walmart, Amazon, BBTS, Entertainment Earth, all that's on there, fully organized, so you can find your figures, get all the latest news. We are totally on top of all the toy news out there, so be sure to check us out at toyhabits.com, and give us a like and a follow as well. And Jay, I want to send a huge thank you to you two. Thank you so much for having us on your stream. Jay has been an incredible partner and friend in the toy community. Everyone, please give Jay a like and a follow. Subscribe to his YouTube channel, because Mega J Retro is amazing. He's a big friend of the Toy Habits channel. So I just want to give that back to you, because you have been awesome. And we appreciate the opportunity to come on your show. So thanks, Jay.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys make this channel better just by being here and bringing your love and your enthusiasm to the community. Guys, thank you for everything that you guys do for this community. It really means a lot to everybody. As you can see in the chat, everyone loves Toy Habits, and of course, Oztradamus Toys. Guys, definitely give both of these channels a like and a follow. You will not regret that. I did that right. So guys, thank you so much for being here. And I did want to give one last huge shout out to our special guests, who honestly was a surprise to me. Super glad they were able to make it today. Guys, definitely give Canal dos Mineiros a like and a follow. Follow them both on their Instagram page, Canal dos Mineiros on Instagram, as well as their YouTube page, Canal dos Mineiros. Definitely give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. They are an amazing group, an amazing pair, the dynamic duo of Canal dos Mineiros. Definitely give them a like and a follow. They've given us all these crazy confirmations of the leaks. And again, so far, and they've done it with nothing but passion and pride. They have been correct 9 times out of 10, and we are super grateful for that. Thank you guys so much. Guys, please give Canal dos Mineiros, that's how you spell it, on YouTube and Instagram, a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay, Toy Sorceress, and Oztradamus Toys sent you. Guys, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my Patreon and channel member supporters. One supporter who's not on here is Speaking Moistly. Thank you so much for that, brother. Saw you in the chat there. Did not want to forget you. Princess Cagley, OLT Guy, Robert Kent 33, Joseph Michaels, Big Gamer Bud, Mania Plastic Toy Shop, Jordan for Canada, Nolan, Master Whistle Toy Hunter, Animal Night Photo, The Deadheads, Mitchell Bennett, Randall Gazig, Schwartzman, Snell's World, Skyfall, M Toy Canada, Palpatine 1975, Darth Kumar, Smoked Ham, Tony Olivero, Kevin Herbert, F. Rivera, Rufus Roger, Nolan, John Joker, Sir Clifton, Terrence St. John, Osterman's Toys, of course, Justin Huffman, Bella, and Cass Shell. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Honestly, you guys are the best, helping me to support this channel, because honestly, You guys always help me make great episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without you. You guys are amazing. If you guys are in the position to help out the channel, please check out my Patreon page, Mega J Retro on Patreon, or you can always become a channel member here on the YouTube pages, Mega J Retro or MJR Collector. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you again so much for being here tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. You guys are the best. Any last words before we log off for tonight, guys? Oz?
Everybody, it's always good to be here and, talk shop with everybody. We love these toys. I know people have been going crazy since January because of a bunch of rumors. You can't listen to the rumors, okay? Don't buy into it. Also, just listen to what he said very specifically. He left it very open so that it wasn't just like, MotU's going away again. It's been the 40th anniversary and we're putting them back on the shelf. That's not what's going on here. Not at all. We may not be seeing it in stores, but relax. There's plenty more to come. And we're getting stuff that we've never seen before in any of the lines, as well as a bunch of classics now coming into the Origins line. MotU's not going anywhere, anybody. Just enjoy, relax, and, order what you can when you can.
Toy Sorceress.
Yeah, first I want to say thanks. It's been great meeting you, Oz. So thank you for being on the show with me. You're very cool. Hope to get to be on together again sometime. I don't think MotU's going anywhere. The fan base is strong. We're passionate about the line, and I think Mattel knows it. They know it from things selling out instantly. I see a long and happy future for the line. It might change in terms of its distribution or delivery to the fan base, and that's okay. As long as we keep the line going, I think we have a lot of MotU left to see. They're going deep. They're giving us some incredible figures, and I'm just happy to be part of this community and the fan base. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I know we get busy with all our questions, and I don't get to say hi to the chat very much, but I see you guys on every week on different shows, and sometimes I'm chiming in on shows too. So thank you, chat. You guys are incredible. I'm so proud to be part of this awesome toy collecting community, and long live MotU. Like, we've got a long way to go, so just keep it up. And thank you, Jay, again. Thank you, Canal dos Rosmineiros, for sharing the love and sharing the information. I'm so grateful for all you guys. And thank you, Michael. Happy Webiversary. 1 year for Toy Habits. And we're going to keep it going, guys. We really are.
Congratulations to toyhabits.com. 1 year of delivering great toy news to everybody. Wow, what a wonderful accomplishment for you guys. Congratulations, Toy Sorceress. Congratulations, Michael. You guys are, and congratulations, Larry. Congratulations to all the entire Toy Habits team. Like, honestly, they've really done a bang up job. I apologize for always forgetting Larry. That's not my intention. So, guys, thank you so much for bringing all this great toy news to everybody. You guys are amazing. Huge thanks to My Buddy's Customs, who's been moderating today. Bud, you're amazing. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't already, Bud just either has already posted or will be posting a full review on his custom Modi Monster. Just a big spoiler there. Sorry if I ruined that for you, Bud. But definitely get over there. Definitely give him a like and a follow. You're not gonna regret it. He's a great customizer, and you guys are gonna love his customizing skills. So definitely head over to My Buddy's Custom on YouTube, guys. You're gonna love it. He also has an Instagram page, so definitely head over to My Buddy's Custom on YouTube, YouTube and Instagram. Guys, this has been an amazing afternoon, and I can't believe everything that happened. What an amazing bunch of reveals, thanks to Canal dos Mineiros. Wonderful afternoon that we've been able to spend with you, evening now. Thank you guys for being here and putting up with us, because we know that it's the end of the weekend and you probably have better things to do than to talk toys, but you want to be here and you want to talk toys. So thank you guys for being here and being part of the community. You guys are the best. Thank you again, Oz and Toy Sorceress, for being here. You guys are amazing. Guys, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And as always, guys, please support each other. If you have news to share, definitely share it with Toy Habits. Oztradamus Toyz, and myself, if you feel so inclined. We really do appreciate it. Definitely give both of these channels a like and a follow. You will not regret that, guys. And we will see you very, very soon. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe, everybody. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. I did that backwards. Okay. Good journey. And geek proud, everybody.